we can bring back in at this point Daniele Albertazzi. And Daniele, if you heard there what Angela said, she mentioned this idea that the rules that applied to other politicians didn't always seem to apply to Silvio Berlusconi. And I wonder whether you agree with that, and whether, in that sense, he was sort of the first modern populist who individuals like Trump followed suit.
I don't know if Trump was aware of Berlusconi's trajectory, but there are certainly, at a superficial level, there are very many similarities. One is the idea of the savior who comes from the world of business and says, give me the power because I'm not one of them. I'm not a politician and I can do for the country what I did for myself. That is an obvious parallel, and also, of course, the problems with the justice system. Look, I think that right-wing voters had very rational reasons to support Berlusconi. He's the one who had the right-wing coalition, which with different names and different leaders, but still rules Italy today. He was the one who in 1994 brought together the separatists of the Northern League with a party that was back then clearly neo-fascist, the social movement, and said, okay, you are nationalists, you are separatists, but if we come together with my new party, Forza Italia, we can stop the left from governing, and there is more that brings us together than what divides us. It took a few years for these parties to really digest this idea, but eventually they did. And if we look at today's coalition, it was still Forza Italia, although Berlusconi's party is now much diminished. It's still the League, although it has changed, and it's still the party which inherits the tradition of neo-fascism, and then, of course, has gone through a process now to moderate, but which still has a lot of people within it that come from that tradition, and that's Brothers of Italy. So Berlusconi has really created something that has lasted in Italy and has won election after election. He hasn't won them all. He has also lost a few, but the right-wing coalition was his creation. So in this sense, right-wing voters owe him a huge debt. On the other hand, however, he never delivered to his on his promises. He hasn't reformed the country, so has to help its economic recovery. Indeed, he was removed in 2011 after bringing Italy to the brink of economic collapse. And he never decreased the tax burden on Italians, which was his promise since 1994. So in terms of his achievements as a leader, I'm afraid there is very, very little to show for his time in government.
Daniele Albertazzi, for now, thank you very much indeed for your thoughts on this.